be a reading that may resonate for you if you happen to have a Gemini in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, dominant in your natal chart, or if you happen to be cross-watching for a Gemini. Give me one quick second. Gemini, this is a general reading, so go into this with the understanding that not everything is going to resonate. You're going to find some things in the reading that do resonate and some things that don't. Please don't get distracted by details that do not apply to your situation. Instead, listen for what is your story. Please don't make any rash decisions based on what you hear from a general reading. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can, of course, book a reading on my website, which happens to be AngelicAscensions.com. I touch on some sensitive subjects. If that's not the type of reading that you were anticipating, it might be better for you to go ahead and click off. If that's the case, let's get into it. Let's see what might be playing out for the Gemini nation. Okay, some of you are dealing with a Sag. There's a Scorpio that just popped into your reading. Got a dental visit coming up. Gemini. Yeah, there's Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. Okay. Something's going on with you this week, Gemini. You got a fire sign in your energy, King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn pops into your reading. That might be you. Or that could be someone you're dealing with. Some of you are definitely dealing with fire signs this week. You might need some sleep. Gemini. You got a lot of eyeballs on you. And you got some people, someone in your energy is very immature, really going out of their way to be rude. It seems like there's a financial situation that maybe you're trying to figure out this week. You definitely have some travel that's coming up, and you have some decisions that you might be making. One of the decisions that you might be making may have something to do with a water sign of Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. There's also a Taurus. It's a person you're dealing with. I'm trying to figure it out, Gemini. Yeah. You're looking for clarity on something. It seems like something this week is just, it might not even be you. It could be your cross-watcher. Though the roles could be reversed. If I didn't make that clear in the beginning of the reading. Maybe it's not you that's feeling this way. It might be someone that might be around you. Somebody that you might be thinking about. But the featured sign is a Scorpio. Yes, it feels like you have a decision to make about the future. Like someone is waiting for you to make a decision. And it feels like it's the not knowing of a situation. And someone's kind of like waiting for clarity. And it seems like it's wrecking somebody's brain. Let's see what's going on, Gemini. What is somebody thinking about you? What is somebody stressed about? I lied to you. Okay. So it seems like someone has deceived you in some type of way. Oh, this is you. You don't know. Or you're not sure. I did just say that. It's the not knowing of something. Someone might be coming clean. Or your spirit guides, Gemini, might be revealing something to you about a particular situation. Who was it that lied? Ten of Swords. Someone could have possibly sent you a message online. Gemini, what is this? Okay, you had a package coming through this week. Feels like somebody could be sending you a message. Well, let me make it clear. You have several messages coming through. So let's say if you do maybe work online, and if this is clarity possibly about your work, a work situation, it seems like there could have been some type of situation that could have happened. Maybe you work from home, and maybe you're having some type of issue with, maybe it is technology. Maybe it does have something to do with that. Spirit guys, show me what I'm looking at. What's going on for the Gemini nation? What is this Ten of Swords about? Somebody's betraying you. You found out about something, it seems like. Okay, so this feels like whatever you did find out about or could possibly be finding out about this week might be frustrating you. You might see something, come across something online that reveals the fact that maybe somebody was not being real with you about something. Is someone lying about, they lied to you about something. It feels like you're feeling this way for a few reasons. You have some type of rash on your skin, Gemini. There is a lot in your reading. There's a lot going on this week. It feels like there's some type of snake in the grass in your situation. That's what this Ten of Swords would be about. This snake in the grass could be this King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. What are they doing in this reading, though? Oh, yeah, you're hurting from a situation. All right. It feels like maybe you're not in a good place with someone currently. It seems like you could be going through some type of betrayal, heartbreak over something that you find out about, or you have found out about. You've been looking for clarity. You've been looking for some type of clue about whether or not maybe something was going on, and it feels like you come across that information this week. Whatever this information is that you come across, it feels like it has you very distracted. It has you feeling very disappointed, and it has you feeling a little bit frustrated, a little bit mixed up. Like you're not sure about what decision, like what to do about this. It feels like something hits you all of a sudden. I want to say Sag and I want to say Scorpio so badly, but I'm looking right at the Death card with the Tower. Okay, your guides are coming in this week. Okay, so you're going through some type of an obstacle with someone. Whatever it is that you find out about, it creates drama. And it puts you at a crossroads. You're definitely seeing the truth. And whatever the truth that you come across this week, Gemini, whatever you see, it feels like it might have you in limbo about whether or not you should continue a relationship with someone. Or this is you possibly finding out that maybe someone is in a relationship or they have something else going on and they didn't tell you about it. This might be someone that you're dating. This could be someone new for some of you. Or for some of you, this is a warning. Gemini, some of you could be getting into a relationship with someone and maybe someone is not telling you all of the story. It feels like maybe you might be talking to someone, asking them for the information, asking them for the truth, and it just feels like someone's not going to cop to it. They're going to be deceptive about it. That's what this Ten of Swords is about. And it seems like I said, whatever you find out about, it feels like you're disappointed. This feels like it comes as a blow to you because maybe you felt like this was the one. You feel like this was the perfect ideal person for you. You feel like you had a lot of chemistry with this individual, but it just feels like somebody does not know how to last in a relationship. Someone is so deathly afraid of being hurt that they don't really stick around. They just kind of bounce before the relationship gets too serious. Or this is someone leaving the situation before you kind of see the truth. So this feels like this is something blindsiding you this week. Some of you Geminis or cross watchers, you could be finding out that maybe you're not this person's one and only. Or that someone has been stringing you along. Now this person could have entered your life at a time where you were feeling a bit isolated, a bit guarded because of something that you've gotten out of prior to this. It seems like maybe you've spent some time trying to really invest in yourself. If this is you on the other side of this and you've already gone through this feels like this leaves you feeling frustrated, and it feels like it leaves you feeling like you're back at square one. But it looks like looking back on the situation, you might realize that this was nothing more than a karmic relationship. It was nothing more than something that was connected to a karmic lesson. And it feels like you have a lot of resentment about this. Your body language says so much. This feels like this is on the outside looking in. If I didn't say it, if I didn't make it clear, Gemini, there could be someone new that's approaching you. For some of you over the next 7 days, or relatively soon, it feels like someone new might be coming in, possibly maybe around the month of April. Or that could be this Taurus. It's King of Pentacles. Be careful of your body language, because I definitely see someone that's into you, Gemini, someone that wants to approach you, but it just seems like somebody's not sure what to make of your body language. So if you are open to dating, you are open to getting to know someone, you might want to be mindful of what your mannerisms are and how you come across. Because it seems like maybe someone is kind of waiting for the right time, or someone might be wondering whether or not you really are single. Somebody is just really confused about what your relationship status is. For some of you, your body language is saying this because of an ex. It feels like it's because of something that an ex did that has you feeling scared. It has you feeling afraid to be vulnerable and to really be knee deep in a relationship with someone. So whatever happened in the past, Gemini, this feels like your spirit guides are wanting for you to come to terms with this. When we're talking about forgiveness, it's not that it takes the other person, off the hook for what they did, or puts you in a position to be a doormat. I'm not saying to allow that to happen, but it does feel like it's time to let go of something that you've been holding on to for a while. This betrayal, this 10 of Swords. This resentment, it feels like this is creating a lot of resentment for you. And it feels like what you really want, or what would be ideal in this situation, is for someone to be human and say that they're sorry. For some of you, that might come this week. There is someone approaching you. Like I did say at the top of the reading, you have a message coming in. It could be from this person. Someone's on your mind, or you are on their mind. This could be the betrayer, the traitor in the situation. I think that there is someone that wants to bring you this apology. Fire sign, attack. Let's see. Maybe somebody did attack you verbally. This is definitely the case online. This feels like there's something coming to you. Let me see. What do you do? First of all, are you online? And yeah, I guess you don't have to be professionally online. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to see where this stems from. Like somebody's attacking you online, possibly. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune. Maybe some of you do read tarot, or you do some type of divination. That's what I was sensing. Yeah, you're the Oracle. This won't be the case for everyone, but this is definitely a specific message for someone. This is you online. It feels like someone is going out of their way to say some things. Gemini. That could be very hurtful or irritating. What's this about? Holy Spirit for the Gemini nation. What's going on with the 10 of Swords? I really do feel like it's due to something that you find out about. Yes, your passion, your purpose. Wow. It seems like you're overthinking something. So it feels like due to some type of attack, something that someone says to you, it feels like someone's going out of their way to attack your character. You're the attacking spirit guides. Wow. Okay. Well, you do have some people attacking your family. You do. Which we're going to go into more detail about, because I definitely see some type of tie to that. Talents. Okay. I mean, it wouldn't be a Gemini reading without going into this. It just seems like someone has some type of jealousy towards you, towards something that you do. it feels like it's evident with how you come across, how you deliver your message, how you carry yourself. Right? Your body language says a lot about you. It just feels like there's something that's distracting you. This week, maybe you come across usually as someone who's polished and focused and absolutely responsible. Someone that knows how to handle their responsibilities. But it does feel like there's some type of issue that you're handling in the background. So be careful not to carry that energy into your work environment, because it feels like your work could possibly be reflecting that. But you see how somebody's unplugging something? This feels like someone is trying to sabotage something that you're working on. Goodness, can we talk about something good? Spirit guides, show me what you have. Gemini Nation, Gemini. Stand your ground. Standing your ground is empowering, confidence, building action to take from time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. You know you can do it, and you know that by doing so, you will be the victor. Okay, so it feels like someone is trying to test you to see if you have some type of backbone. Gemini. And it seems like somebody is really going overboard. Whatever they're saying or doing, and I hope this is not like a domestic violence situation. Some of you might be in that type of relationship. It feels like there's anger that someone feels towards you because of some type of talent that you have. And for some of you, this is another Gemini that's feeling this way towards you. It's like whomever this is for, somebody feels very mediocre around you, Gemini. So this is why they're coming up with these types of attacks or these petty tactics. It's getting ready to happen. Okay. I think that's you. You want serenity. You want peace of mind when you go to work. And it seems like there's someone that's trying to bring you down. Look at that. You're distracted at work, or you're distracted because of what's going on with your family life, your home life. For some of you, this is a financial situation. So that's what someone is trying to attack. Okay, Spirit guys, let's see what this is about. Hi, Bonnie, Rhonda. I'm not getting this so often. It's just weird circumstances. Hey, Mitch. Some weird circumstances in the background. What's going on here? You have a cat, Gemini. I feel like there's a pet or an animal that's around you. Be careful, because it does feel like there could be an animal on the loose, an animal that's trying to attack you. The devil. It's a Capricorn. Let's see what this is about. Okay, thank you. That's what this Ten of Swords is. Thank you, Spirit guides. We got this card that says, I lied to you. Okay, this feels like this is something that's happening online, something that someone sees. I've gotten this, I think I got this the last Gemini reading that I did. That someone is looking at someone like they're phony, or they're suspecting that somebody is up to something. This feels like there's some type of lie connected to this situation. Okay, there's a lot of things. Okay, so the more I shuffle, the more... Okay. I want to focus on this. There's so many things going on. Okay, let's make it very clear. Yeah, somebody is lying to you about you. Okay, there's some type of dislike, okay, towards you, or something that someone witnesses and sees. So if this is not happening to you, Gemini, this could be something that you're witnessing. Something relevant for some of you may happen online or in the media, on the news, this sort of thing. Something that you might come across. Like I said, maybe you work in social media. And this is where the backstabbing takes place. Yes, you have a lot of influence. You have a lot of power. And it seems like someone is really going out of their way to try to be a nuisance to you. I don't know why people continue to do this to Gemini. See this word here, copy. So this feels like Gemini, there could be people watching you just to copy, studying you. And it doesn't have to be online. This could be people at work, weirdos at work that might feel like you stand out in some type of way. You have a raw, genuine talent. And it seems like somebody's going out of their way to copy what you do, mimic how you do what you do, deliver some type of message that you deliver, whatever it is. It feels like someone's going out of their way to study you. Okay, she got a tape like she's playing it back. But definitely you got keyboard here as well. So there's definitely, like I said, something is going on online, and someone is going out of their way to say something to you online that they feel is below the belt and is going to get you to react. Somebody wants to make you pissed off. I think that somebody might feel like you're happy, okay? That somebody's trying to ruin your happiness. Okay, so it feels like there's some type of drama that could potentially be going down at work. And this week, with this drama, it may have something to do with this King of Pentacles. We mentioned earlier Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Somebody feels like you have what it takes to succeed, that you have a lot of knowledge, Gemini, and they feel like someone may recognize that you're going out of your way to achieve something. It feels like you have something, some type of particular goal in mind, but it also feels like there's somebody that just, out of their own insecurity, they want to say something to you or say something about a child. You got family and child here. So yeah, striving. This could be your child. So this is not you. This feels like this could be a child that might be going through it at home. It could even be at school. That's what I mean. You've got to have a goal in mind, it looks like. And it looks like other people, it feels like it's to improve your financial situation. So something might come through for you, Gemini. It feels like your hard work is not going to waste, but it does feel like you might have an uphill battle. If you view it that way, that's how someone's trying to make it. Trying to make things way more difficult for you, shrinking. Like someone wants you to shrink and be a shell of yourself. Someone's trying to get you to second guess yourself, Gemini. Someone sees you as a very giving, loving person. It just feels like someone could possibly be trying to take your kindness for weakness this week. But I feel like this is something that's been going on for a while. You have the devil too. So this is some type of spiritual attack, which always seems to come up for the Gemini nation. And there could be something revealed to you in your dream state that shows you exactly who this person is, what their agenda is, okay, and how to block this energy. I said it feels like this energy has been lingering for the longest. Broken Heart Tarot. Scorpio. See, somebody doesn't like the fact that you are the Phoenix. No matter how much adversity you go through, Gemini, it feels like you continue to rise up. You continue to find your way back to yourself. You know, we're human. We go through things at times. But it feels like you have the ability to talk your way out of this and to move forward. And I think that that's what someone's mad at. Gemini or cross watcher. Yeah, somebody's trying to affect your happiness. So we talked about your financial situation, okay? This feels like, okay, so I'm trying to figure out, like, is there something going on? I guess not. A new door is opening, step over the threshold. So for some of you, maybe that is your gift. Maybe that is your talent. You're an oracle or something of that sort. You definitely are here for a purpose. And it seems like a new door is opening up for you. Just seems like this week, Gemini, there's a particular decision that you might need to make about something, because it looks like you have two possible paths that you could travel. You could stay on the path that you've been on, or maybe it's time to veer off and try something new. Yeah, you definitely have been going through something. You were never given more than you can handle. Tune into your heart to reconnect with your strength. Something's been going on, okay? You've been trying to fight through something, and it feels like this week, it feels like it's more than you can bear. I'm trying to get to what this is, Gemini, or cross watcher. Sometimes the reading might resonate more for the cross watcher than it does for the zodiac sign that I'm reading for. So, and I can't control how much vice versa there is, or this sort of thing. Oh, okay. There we go. There's a lot of eyeballs on you. Somebody's hyper focused on you, Gemini. It's like somebody's watching you go through something. Okay, because let's make it clear. I did say in the beginning of the reading, there's a lot of eyeballs on you. A lot of people are focused on what you're doing, what you're talking about. So it feels like you're doing something right. But it seems like some people are watching, obviously, for bad reasons. So they can go spread gossip or whatever the case happens to be. But it seems like this week, you might be tempted to make this background noise your focus and allow that to distract you. You guys are saying this week, avoid distraction, meditate. There's some type of unresolved issue that you're dealing with this week that's bringing you down. And it seems like you guys are encouraging you to keep moving and to tap into your spiritual power. Because it looks like even though you have some adversity and weirdos that are coming at you from left, right, and center, for some of you, it's not every Gemini story. So please don't force fit the reading or assume that it's your story or that this is playing out for you. It's for someone. And I'm here to deliver that message to that specific person or the specific people that need to hear this. If that is you. Again, you might be tempted to focus on that. You guys are saying, no, that's meant to be a distraction to throw you off your path. You have a goal that you're working toward, or you have a mission here on this earth, Gemini, that you're here to fulfill. They're attacking you for a particular reason. We already talked about it. So like I said, there's something about you that is just very out of the ordinary, very unique. I talked to you at the beginning of the reading about communication, some type of message coming in. For some of you, this is about a job opportunity. We talked about a new door opening for you. For some of you, that's the situation. You're frustrated because your financial situation feels like it's like you're chasing your tail, like you can't seem to keep money in your hands. And so this could definitely be a job offer coming through for you. Some of you might get this call that comes through over the next 7 days. It's obviously a call that you've been anticipating. You've been racking your brain thinking about this situation for the longest, Gemini. For some of you, some type of communication comes in. If it's not about, I was going to say, if it's not about a job that this communication is about, this is someone that you have difficulty communicating with, right? Your body language says so much. Somebody realizes that maybe you don't want to talk to them. You've been avoiding them. You haven't tried to get in touch with them. Somebody feels very emotionally disconnected from you. It does not have to be a love relationship. For some of you, we mentioned before, family, or specifically children. Maybe it's difficult for you to really get through to a child this week. or you're so frustrated and so focused on the problem that maybe there might be a child that might feel kind of put to the background. Something's not working smoothly in your life. Are you avoiding something? The world, yeah. This is a parent-child situation for some of you, or this has something to do with an elder. Justice, the devil. You gotta be dealing with a Capricorn. Or maybe this is you having a Capricorn placement. Do you have some type of... I think you might have a legal situation, and maybe it's lingering, and maybe you feel like you're waiting for some type of answer and you're getting impatient. Oh, yeah. That's somebody. You're waiting for a call back, like I mentioned. Or there's somebody that's, like I said, you're avoiding a phone call from someone that you feel like it's difficult for it to communicate with. You feel like somebody's just hyper, judgmental, always has something negative to say. So, yeah. There's someone that really does want to talk to you. For some of you, this is a parental figure. Maybe your kids are not getting their homework done. Maybe you're staying, on top of them about something. But there's a kid that might feel like the way that you communicate with them and the way that you convey yourself, that it's just really harsh. It might be a kid that might feel like you're trying to attack them in some type of way. But it feels like you really just want them to apply themselves. So it feels like, and it's not Mercury retrograde, but it does feel like there could be some type of issues in the communication department, or some type of misunderstanding having to do with what someone is really trying to say. Yeah. It feels like you're really lost in thought, or someone is thinking about you. Gemini, there could be someone, because maybe they haven't been able to get a hold of you, or you've been avoiding communication with them, okay? Because I think someone has tried to call you, or they tried to leave you a message, maybe a text, and they feel like you're avoiding them. Somebody might have the nerve, I guess, to come and see you, forbidden. So for you, it's like, no, don't, I think someone knows that they're not welcome in your energy. Your body language says that your personal space is forbidden. Another way that I can interpret this is that maybe you're not saying it. Maybe somebody is just kind of reading your body language and they don't know what's wrong. And so they're making assumptions. They can definitely tell that maybe you're very moody this week, maybe. Somebody feels like maybe you don't want to be bothered. Anyway, like I said, somebody might be coming to see you, or maybe want to spend time with you, be around you, but it feels like, no, you need some alone time. So it might not be a bad idea to say that, verbalize it, because it seems like someone is coming in trying to interpret what's going on with you. They don't really know, but you just need to take a break, it feels like. I said that in the beginning of the reading, that maybe you just need some rest. This feels like this is some mental rest. Your mind is constantly moving. You're constantly thinking about every single thing, because it seems like there are so many question marks in your brain about your circumstance. Your guides are saying the suggestion is to take a break from the busy world. You might need a mental health day off. I think some of you might be going through mental health issues. This could be a panic attack, possibly. Like a mental breakdown. Replenish yourself in the stillness, meditate, stretch, nap, garden, do whatever quiet activities your soul yearns for. You got it this week. Even though it feels like I said you have a goal in mind, you're worried about this thing and that thing, and you feel like you don't have a definite answer to certain things that you're trying to figure out. You're not going to see the answer this way. And it might be necessary for you to get out of the four walls of your mind and to go someplace else so that you can clear your head, because it really does feel like your mind could be your worst enemy. You know how they say the mind is the devil's playground? It just feels like it's that type of week, but it doesn't have to be that. Random. Somebody might be sending spirits to your home, some negativity to your situation. I don't, well, we already established why. This is jealousy. This is childishness, pettiness. It's like you're an adult dealing with high school adults. They're not really adults. You know what I mean? They're kids in adults' bodies. If there is not a Scorpio around you, you gotta have a Scorpio that's in your energy. You know a Scorpio or somebody with Scorpio placements, or there's just a Scorpio that kind of floats around in your energy this week. Like you don't know them. They might be an acquaintance, or this might be somebody that might be like you meet in passing. Okay, this has something to do with something that maybe you're not prepared for. Some of you are in school. We talked about that. This might be a test, an exam. I think you might feel like you have to constantly compete with other people, right? We talked about that you're striving. It seems like you're an overachiever, Gemini, but this week it feels like you just need a mental break, okay? But it feels like outsiders might be putting a lot of pressure on you. So it feels like maybe this week you're evaluating your goals, because it just feels like you have a lot on your plate, and there might be some things that maybe you have to trim off this week to make it realistic for you to get certain things done. Okay, there's a lot of outside expectations of you, people putting a lot of shoulds and expectations on you about what you ought to do, how you ought to look, how you ought to dress. It feels like it's this sort of thing. And it just feels like and it could even be, for some of you, this could be constructive criticism that someone is offering you, but it might, because of your mental space, right? It might come off as it's an attack. Somebody might want you to speak up. Gemini? Oh, Gemini. Okay. Yeah, I think so. It's the way that you're communicating. Like I did say, it's like somebody feels like you're so meek, you're so nice, Gemini. I said somebody's trying to test you to see if you have a backbone. What's going on with the Gemini? That's what this is. I see it. Oh, are student loans just getting to you this week? It feels like maybe you're trying to build up your credit. And maybe there's something on your credit that's really bothering you. Yeah, this is your money. 1 minute things are stable, it feels like, and the next thing it just seems like you can't keep a hold of it. We talked about that. Justice, injustice. This feels like this is in your environment. This is the way that someone is treating you. But literally, for some of you, you could be in court. That could have been something that could be frustrating your financial situation. What's going on for the Gemini Nation? Falcon. Okay, there's something going on in your dreams. Okay, you might be having some very vivid, emotional dreams, maybe about a Leo. There's definitely a pregnancy around you. Okay, intimate. This feels like maybe you could have a dream about a partner, an ex-partner of yours. Say if you have a cat. What's going on in court? Oh, this who's taking you to court. A whole hypocrite. But the reading could be reversed, Gemini. Somebody could be viewing you this way. You're the healer. For some of you, that's you. Okay, so obviously someone says one thing, they do another. What's going on with the legal situation, spirit guides? Somebody taking you to court for what? You have a fine that you need to pay? But you might be looking at something as a complete injustice. Whatever someone is doing or saying. Okay, we talked about that. Lies. For some of you, I'm going to say something that sounds so random. For some of you that have this magic being thrown your way, it feels like that's what someone is trying to do to create for you like a volcanic distraction. With this tower, like they're trying to throw this you know what I mean? Throw distractions your way, attack your finances. Okay, because let's make it very clear. There's a spiritual attack. That's what this is. And it doesn't seem like they're trying to attack just one thing. They want to attack your finances. They want to send distractions and issues your way that have something to do with the legal system. And somebody wants to spread lies. This is crazy. We talked about children, family. Are you in family court? Yeah, definitely someone is trying to cut you. Are you getting a restraining order? This feels like, I hope this is not literal, because I did say some of you could be in a physically violent relationship, or that could be someone who could be contacting you this week. Somebody might need your advice about something. Somebody might be going, if it's not you that's going through this, Gemini, somebody around you could be. This is deep. This is heavy. Somebody wants you to call them. What is this court situation about? I think you're worried about something. This feels like there's some type of accusation, but it feels like something catches you off guard. And Gemini, someone is saying something about lies about you, or you. They might see you as the ish starter. Okay, definitely in a court situation. So this could be someone trying to sue you, verbally attack you in court, obviously slander you in some type of way. Why, spirit guides? Just somebody looks at this as fun. Like it's fun to them. It's entertainment for them. Yeah. I don't know. Just as a side note, someone could be approaching you this week, Gemini. And this could be an acquaintance of yours. Maybe you're not sure if you should really trust someone. It just feels like you're confused. You're angry about something. I did say somebody's trying to infuriate you. And you're like, I just don't get it. I don't know why. All right. Somebody's attacking you in court for some of you. Bullying you, badgering you. And it seems like maybe you're afraid of this. Somebody sees you, Gemini, as an easy target. And so it looks like somebody might be bringing you to court because they feel like they can. It's just that type of thing. Like this is like some type of power play that they're doing in this situation. Somebody's very obsessed. Jealousy. Someone's going to make it seem like, yeah, this is definitely in the court of law. This has something to do with a child. It could have something to do with the care of animals. But it seems like someone is trying to expose someone. For some of you, it's not like there's actually something going on, and maybe somebody does need to be exposed. But it just seems like the way that somebody tries to rip the curtain back, the way that they do this is just really foul. So you might want to get some advice about something, because it feels like in the beginning, Gemini, a cross watch or something hits you kind of hard. Unless this is somebody that actually passed away. Maybe somebody did. And this feels like this would be a sudden death. And maybe for some of you, that could be why you could be in court. So let me say this. If this is you and you're in a DV situation, your spirit guides are calling you out of this. Okay? Because we got this card talking about stand your ground. So it feels like this is somebody that kind of wanders in and out of your life. Something about this situation, you might have a hope and an expectation that something might change with this person because it feels like you genuinely love them. But it feels like someone does not return the sentiment. It feels like someone is using you, taking advantage of you in some type of way, cutting you and leaving you to kind of pick up the pieces. Spirit guides are calling you out of this. If this is a court situation, you may need to stand your ground and not just kind of shrink and shrivel under the circumstances. There's something that you may need to do in order for things to play out. Keep the vigil, justice will triumph. So it feels like even though you feel like something is an absolute injustice to you, your spirit guides are going to see you through. You might have like some ups and downs with a legal situation. Things might be okay for a minute. And then it just seems like, I don't know, I think this is you emotionally. But it feels like something does work out for you. You're worried that something is not. Gemini or cross watcher. Yeah, you might have to be patient through something. Patience is definitely going to be needed. Definitely. Somebody's trying to watch you like a hawk. For some of you, somebody is looking for you. I did say this could be for different reasons. Someone could be looking for energy vamps. Some of you, somebody's looking for you just to host on your energy. But others of you, it feels like somebody is looking for you because they can't find you. Well, obviously, because you won't get in touch with them. You won't communicate with them. So it feels like somebody wants to spark up a conversation with you about something. Telling you. Somebody's violent. I think you've been trying to be strong and maybe independent and kind of force people out. Gemini, try to deal with things on your own. It feels like you might need to invite other people into your situation that can give you clarity, because it feels like you don't have that clarity and your guides are trying to deliver that clarity to you to give you some type of an idea, to help you to figure something out, to be able to get yourself out of some type of rut that you feel like you're stuck in. So let's make it clear. If this is a legal situation, it feels like even though situations might be kind of prolonged, justice comes out of this. It might be giving you some anxiety, or maybe this is you, period, point blank. You have social anxiety. You just feel nervous around people. Can I see that? About absorbing other people's feelings. This is you. You're an empath. So maybe this is you just kind of like avoiding being around people. Like I said, it's because you're isolating yourself. Maybe you don't want to take things out on others. But just be mindful. Other people might be misreading you this week. Or you got this card that says whisper. You might need to speak up for yourself in some sort of way. This feels like for some of you, there's something going on with your home. Definitely there's something going on with your house. Maybe it's a mess lately because of your mental state. And if we're not talking about your literal house, we're talking about getting your house in order. Your temple. Something's a mess. It feels like maybe you want to move. Maybe you're wanting to move states, Gemini. Maybe you want to move out of your house. Or there's a kid that wants to move out. Communication is difficult. Okay, we talked about that. Someone might feel like you're attacking them. And it could be that maybe it's just difficult to get your point across. Or maybe you feel like someone does not acknowledge your feeling. So maybe this week, if you do find yourself in that type of circumstance, it might be beneficial for you to maybe listen, hear someone out, even if you disagree with what they're saying, because it really just feels like somebody is just frustrated, like beyond what words can say. I don't know. Someone just wants to feel valued by other people. This feels like this is a child. It says sacred, but I kind of feel like when at first glance, it registered in my brain as scared. Like somebody is scared to maybe say what's on their mind, especially if this is a kid. So they lock it deep inside. You're internalizing a lot of things, Gemini or crosswatcher. And there might be some gullible people out there, Gemini. Okay. I guess we're back to this where people are trying to say stuff about you, form a web of lies about you. Someone's going to see the truth. Someone's looking into something about you. I did say you got some obsessive people, some weirdos for some of you, Gemini. Maybe you're like paranoid too. Okay. Yeah. Use your instinct. You have a feeling. Use your instincts in your circumstances this week. Yeah. And I say you're a tarot reader, possibly, or this is an aspiration of yours, or this is where you're going to get clarity. Maybe you're a tarot enthusiast this week trying to get clarity about something having to do with your situation. I promise you, are you going to court to get a restraining order? Because by the look of it, it feels like that might not be a bad idea. And maybe you just kind of like, I'll get to it later. It seems like your guys are saying, no, it's time to begin the process of something. Yes, somebody passed. I mentioned mentioned that earlier. This could be why you're in court. It could be the passing of someone. Okay, somebody could have been, and this feels like this is a DV situation, possibly, how someone passed away. Regardless of the how, it just feels like this is somebody that's on your mind this week. Gemini. Maybe that's why you're in this emotional state. Maybe it's the anniversary of someone's passing. It's their birthday month. Maybe that's that King of Pentacles. Maybe it's a Capricorn. Transformation. Yes. This is somebody going through some type of illness. This feels like this is somebody going through a depression. If things get this heavy, Gemini, you might need to ask for help. You got to say something. Or maybe this is guidance from your spirit guides to pay attention to the red flags. Because it seems like for some of you, this could be a cry for help for someone. Your spirit guides are speaking to you. That's where these messages are coming from, okay? You're definitely getting a lot of spiritual downloads, a lot of spiritual insight. Maybe this is you. Maybe you feel like an outsider. You feel bullied because you feel absolutely different from your peers. Because you're spiritually gifted. You're here to bring insight. Gemini. But it just feels like somebody is going out of their way to play mind games with you. It's definitely playing games with you. But that's what this feeling is and instinct is about. Yeah, this week, this feels like this insight comes in from your spiritual team to help give you formulate some type of plan to improve your status or your direction with a particular situation. Because it looks like that's what's missing is some type of game plan. Yes, once again, insight. Okay, we talked about clarity at the top of your reading. It's coming through this week. There's certain things that you might be evaluating about yourself or about your circumstance. Like I said, there might be way too much on your shoulders. You may feel like you've bitten off way more than you can chew. This week, it feels like this is the week where you do. Your guys are trying to get you to sit still for a moment so that they can really communicate with you and give you this insight to help you do a self-evaluation, because it looks like your spirit guides want you to win, Gemini. It's something that you're dealing with. They're on your side. And it feels like they're trying to reveal someone to you. Or this is, if somebody, some type of acquaintance or somebody that's in your energy this week, they're a question mark to you. Ask your spirit guides to reveal them to you. Ask your spirit guides to reveal their true intentions to you. And it feels like that comes due this week. And that would possibly give you some type of peace of mind, because definitely it feels like someone's trying to disguise their intentions. Or this is someone trying to disguise themselves. Like I said, somebody's watching you, looking for you, or there's some type of like intimidation tactic that someone is bringing to you, especially if this is a legal situation. Somebody's weird, okay? They're trying to disguise something. And it might be, like I said, an intimate partner or somebody that just kind of comes and goes. You don't know what their intention is in approaching you. If they're going to stay, are they going to be real? Are they going to be somebody that you can really depend on and somebody that's going to hold true to their word? Some things that you might need to do in moderation, Gemini. It feels like maybe things could be out of control. Somebody is ready. They're waiting to talk to you. And maybe they feel like the timing this week is just not right. Or the time that they catch you is just not at a good time. Somebody would like to talk. And I think someone will try again. They might reach out again after a period of time passes. Somebody is coming back through. You might feel like it's a stretch. I mean, it's your spirit guide saying get outside and stretch. We talked about that. You might think it's just not. I don't see that happening, or you know what I mean? Or maybe you just don't know. Someone is, okay? Somebody wants you to call them. For some of you, this is a job that calls you up. I talked to you about that before. It feels like you're afraid of your financial situation. Something comes through, Gemini, in the nick of time for you. Financial situations, it works out. It's just a matter of timing. So the way that you utilize your time this week is going to kind of measure how things play out. It feels like you have the potential to get something done and to make something really work for you and to really make something a victory, especially if this is a court situation. You might just be kind of blowing things out of proportion, but I get why you would be emotional about it, whatever this happens to be. It doesn't look like it's something that's easy for you to handle. Lift the curse, forgive. Okay, so maybe that's the curse. This card talking about I'm sorry and forgiveness. So for maybe some of you, you're cursing yourself. We talked about it at the top of the reading, that forgiving someone doesn't mean that you allow someone to come in and trample you again, or that you know what I mean? It feels like you're letting go of the burden, because it looks like it's you that's being affected, not the other person. It's you that's going through it over and over again, thinking about it. It's become something that's just weighing you down. And that might be the thing that we talked about that is just out of control in your mind, where now you're paranoid, you're afraid to trust people, you don't know where to turn, you've isolated yourself. There's some type of situation that your guides are trying to lift off of you. And this week, it feels like they want you to take charge of a particular situation. And maybe if you feel like you can't talk to someone, maybe it's beneficial for you to write. It feels like it's time to get rid of that. Something's been a weight on your shoulders for the longest, Gemini Nation. Cleanse. Thank you, spirit guides. Your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean your house, or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. Thank you. That's the emotional residue that's just all over you. It's time for some type of cleanse. There might be an issue with your mother, or this is the one that passed, and that's who's on your mind this week, or that's who you're avoiding talking to. Maybe some of you were betrayed by a family member. Maybe that's who spread lies about you. Or is this person that's just been in and out of your life? A mother's love is reaching out to you at this time and holding you close. She knows how much you miss her and wants to remind you that this special bond of love can never be broken. You might get a message from your mom, or maybe you don't speak to your mother that much. Maybe there's a barrier there. Or that's where the violence came from, with this relationship with your mom. Maybe you feel like your mom was very aggressive, or whatever the case is. It feels like, it really does feel like it's from the afterlife though, but it doesn't have to be the case. This could be you writing a message. Maybe you're not sending it. It could be you writing a letter, whatever. This is a cathartic week for you. You got to get something off of you. So maybe there is something that you're writing. Maybe something inspires you. Maybe it's your mother. Maybe she's the subject of that inspiration. But it definitely feels like your spirit guides are saying, there's a mother that's really thinking about you. I think so. I think that could be who you're having a difficult time forgiving. Gemini or cross watcher, the animal kingdom. For some of you, maybe there's a pet that passed, or there's a pet that you're missing this week. Let's say you have a cat or a dog. Maybe you have an exotic pet. Synchronicity. Oh, be proud. Maybe that's what you were missing as a kid, or if it was not you, then it's a child that just needs some type of confidence boost. They don't know who they are. Ooh, they haven't come into their own. Gemini, they want to know that you're proud of them. Yeah, it feels like this week you're empowering a child or someone, or this is how you empower yourself by letting go of something. It's time to celebrate all that you've achieved, all that you are, and all that you've become. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved and to be proud. I think you're your own worst enemy at times, Gemini. Your guides are wanting for you to let go of all of that pressure that you're putting on yourself. It feels like it's to be perfect, or to be what somebody else wants you to be, right? We talked about expectations earlier. Relationships are just mirror images of your own life. How you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you react and respond to different situations. Relationships are just mirror images of your own life. How you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you react and respond to different situations and people around you. Okay, that's how it's worded. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth. There's definitely, even the hard relationships, even the relationships that you don't understand. You like, why did this person come in my life? Or why did they make the choices that they made? Your guys are saying it was for the purpose of your growth. But it just feels like for you, rather than allowing that to be the case, you're allowing this to stunt your growth. And this week, it feels like your guides are inviting you to move beyond that. And it doesn't feel like this is an overnight thing, but they want you to make steps toward it, to make that inward revolution, because it feels like they're trying to get you to evolve and change. Gemini, this feels like it's a constant energy. It seems like when I do your reading, it's the same old thing, the same old thought patterns, the same old people, situations. It's like you're jogging around the same tree, seeing the same scenery over and over again. Your guys are saying, aren't you tired of that, Gemini? Aren't you ready to break free of it? By the looks of it, it looks that way. The choice is up to you, though, Gemini. With that, Gemini Nation, this concludes your 7-day forecast with AngelicAscensions. Feel this reading was helpful, Gemini. Give this reading a thumbs up. Consider subbing to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. Leave a comment below. Gemini, you never know how your comments or an encouraging word may help another that might be going through something in the comments. Thank you, Gemini Nation, for joining me tonight. A beautiful, peaceful, and blessed evening or morning, wherever you are.